Dark Spirits people, welcome back. Today, I'm gonna finally be trying this 1792. Yeah, man, so this is like a funny story because the funny thing is when I first started making YouTube videos about spirits, one of the very first bourbons that I was gonna review was the 1792. And the funny thing is I kind of got off on a tangent and ended up trying everything but 1792 as a good entry level bourbon. So here I am. It's a nice warm day outside, sun is shining. I figured to myself, let me go ahead and right that wrong and finally get into this 1792, the small batch. So yeah, it's not going to be anything new. There's a lot of reviews about 1792 on YouTube, but for my viewers, because it's the first time I'm doing it, just some quick background information. 1792 is owned by the Sazerac Company. Sazerac Company owns Buffalo Trace and Blanton's, Pappy, all that type of stuff. Fireball, a lot of other whiskeys. So Sazerac, first of all, no, this is coming from Sazerac, which controls the Barton 1792 Distillery in Barton, Kentucky. Quick fact, what you may not know is that at that Barton Distillery, they also make a brandy, Paul Masson. Go ahead and check out your Googles. Tell me if I'm wrong. So going back to the 1792, the 1792 is the date where Kentucky was officially recognized as a state. It broke off from Virginia at that time, basically land west of the Appalachian Mountains. They kind of wanted that territory on their own. Central Kentucky, the bluegrass area, good fertile farmland for tobacco. So, you know, they had to exterminate the Native Americans, move them off of there, bring on the slaveholders, bring on the slaves, get those tobacco plantations going. 1792, which ironically was the year where Thomas Jefferson wrote the General History of Virginia, where he's talking about what was then the early United States. But yeah, 1792, that is the background of the name. And the Kentucky word is actually, the etymology is from the Iroquois. But go ahead and Google all that up. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit something different at the background. Now, as far as product, this is the base. This is the base of the product lineup, sitting at 93.7 proof, and this goes for around $30. This is the 375 milliliter, but I also have the full fifth, like I told you guys before. It's always nice to start off with, you know, a whole bottle of your own, coming to it pure, but whenever possible, you may be able to get the smaller size, less risk. I think it's $30 for the fifth. I think this might have been maybe 20. I forgot. But at the price point and the proof, this kind of puts it directly in competition with Elijah Craig small batch, which is 94 proof, pretty much the same thing as this, and it's kind of sitting on that, you know, entry level bourbon category. All right, enough of the background information. Let's go ahead and pop the cork on here. So one of the good things about these 93, 94 proofers is that they're not so high of a proof where you can't enjoy them every day. This is something that you can enjoy every day right after work. As soon as you come home, pour yourself a glass. Actually have this bottle here chilled a little bit just because I knew I was going to be sitting in the sun, and, you know, I figure at this point it's not going to make that big of a difference as far as the flavors and, you know, the taste. All right, let's go in for the nose and the tasting. Yeah, this is lively. I am smelling on the nose. I'm getting a lot of caramel on here, caramel, whatever way you say it, and also spice. I'm not that familiar with what the mash bill is in here, but I've had enough Wild Turkey and Four Roses to know that there's a lot of rye in here. Smells good. With the rye, you get the pepper, but you also, it kind of amps up those fruit notes. So think nice fruity bouquet on the nose with just a little bit of spice. That's what you want. You want the spice and the sweet together. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, definitely different on the Elijah Craig, just because I pointed that out. You get more of that sweet oak on the nose. This is more, you know, fruits and stuff. Let's go on for the taste. Okay, so on the palate, you have a really good mouthfeel on here. For this to be a 93.4 proof, 94 proof spirit, It actually has a pretty decent amount of viscosity on here. I like that. The palate, you get the pepper, you get the rye, that's predominant, and the finish is pretty quick. But let me take one more draw just to, pretty solid here. Pretty quick finish, more the pepper is shining through more than anything. Yeah, again, same thing. You get the mouthfeel, it coats the mouth a little bit better than a lot of other bourbons at this price point. And I'm getting the pepper. Again, this is just off the neck pour. Okay, so in summary, today I tried the 1792, the small batch. This is the entry level offering in the 1792 range, 93.4 proof. On the nose, I got a lot of fruit and pepper. It kind of reminded me of maybe the Four Roses small batch. Yeah, the nose on this reminds me of the Four Roses small batch. It's along that line if you guys have ever had that. On the palate, get a decent amount of viscosity here, but pepper, and then quick finish. So, as you guys know how I do on this channel, I'm going to finish off this bottle however long it takes me. When I come back, I'm going to hit y'all with the long-term review. But yeah, until then, man, cheers. Dark spirits, dark spirits, dark spirits. I'm out.